Okay, how's it going, guys? Period 2. Okay, so we're going to be drawing a city but with two roads. It's this page I will put up. This is my workbook. I wrote this workbook a little while ago. I had to do my minor in art when I was in undergrad. I got my degrees in American literature instead, and philosophy and history. But I never thought I was going to end up teaching art. I thought I was going to get a PhD. So we're going to be working on this. You don't need to print it out, but I would say pop that picture on your computer screen. I'm going to have it on, I'm going to put it on the slide. So you guys, if you're in my first period, we do the drawer. Now we're going to make the 2-point perspective work double for us. And good heavens, where did I put my notes? Okay, so it's okay. So let's take a break. Not really. You guys can take a break. I can't. So I'm going to flip this around. So we're going to be doing this. Okay, I'm going to keep it on the side. I hope you guys can see the drawing. Got to clear this out. Here's my scratch paper. I like to start from scratch. First period we did this. Remember that? We were in first period. We did the drawer, the window, and So it's the same principle, except you're going to be challenged a little bit more. Let me put this away because I got way too much stuff on this little desk. I miss having my studio. And I used to use my classroom as a studio. Not a personal studio, but I used to use it a lot. So our goal is, as I mentioned, we're working on this. So my goal is we're going to draw that. Okay, so first, good. Okay, I'm going to put this on the side. So right now, as you noticed, we were doing this. I'm just clearing room because I really need to get organized. And you guys are all getting frustrated. So we need, if you just joined us, I would advise you a good pencil sharpener. I'm not talking an expensive one, and at least good little pencils. Okay, I like little pencils because it feels like I'm drawing with charcoal. It makes our life a little easier. I'm just trying to get a piece of fresh scratch paper for us to use. And I don't like opening a new box paper because they're expensive. Ah, there they are. And I'm doing this on a Sunday afternoon, period 2. Not so you guys can see that. Oh, please, I hope so. Trying to check out the camera. There you guys go. Perfect. So nope, I don't like that piece of paper because either I was sweating or that's no spot. So that's going to end up being scratch paper. Make it use. There we go. So now I am going to do just like I did in period 1. If you guys were not there, I'm going to do my horizon line. So I'm going to do this 1, 2, going into the thirds. I want my horizon to be on the upper part. I'm going to use the long ruler. Measure it too. Don't do the mistakes I've done in the past. I'm going to go 2 inches from the top. I really don't want that much horizon. Let's go 3 inches. Just better safe than sorry. 3 inches here. And I hope you guys had a nice 4th of July. I got a lot of chickens, 2 cats, and a dog. And my cats had kittens, and it was not a good time. My neighbors have horses. And yeah, we don't like fireworks because it gets loud. So I have my horizon line, guys. See that? My horizon line right here. Right in the center. I hope you guys can see. Let me just put the camera up so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to measure, figure out where, this is spot 8. So that means number 4 is my center. Here's my vanishing point. You guys see that? Here's my vanishing point. So just like the sample, here's my vanishing point. I am going to do 2, just like the sample, the digitized sample you guys have. See that? I start with this, then I'm going to do a square. So this is step 2, actually. So we've done step 1, horizon line, step 2, vanishing point. Now step 3. I'm going to go all the way down here. And I'm going to draw a square. I'm going to keep it all the way here to close to the foreground. And I'm probably going to make it, let's see. Actually, you know what? I might just do my square right here. Okay, so I'm going to do my first square here. Okay. Make sure the lines are equal. If not, it's going to end up being a rectangle. Oops, I messed up already. That went way too low. So again, grab my eraser, fix that. I don't want to have double twin parallel lines. Sorry about the shake up with the camera. See that, guys? So I have that here. So what's going to happen here, I'll tell you guys what I'm doing. I am going to make, see that? Here's my square. I am going to also put another square. So you know what? I am going to do my square, this one first. So using the vanishing point, I did this. Then my line went all the way here. And I'm going to try to do not a cube, but a rectangle cube. Or a box. See that, guys? I hope you can. See that? I'm going to keep it down here. And people are still putting those fireworks on, scaring poor little animals. Even the birds. So, coming down to this. So, I want to make this into a long. So, I'm going to go not 2 inches, but I'm going to, because it's going to look like 2 inches, but really 1.5 inches. And the reason is because it's going to the vanishing point. It is really creating an illusion of distance. So 1.5 inches. And this is how, if you ever wonder how they make cars, planes, this is precision. You got to be very precise. So coming down to this right here. Is that 1.5 inches? I hope so. No, because if it's 1.5 inches, see, it's not a perfect line. If I go 1.5 inches from this side, it's not. So what I'm going to have to do is bring it down here to do that illusion. There's more. This line's longer than this line. Geometry, guys. Then bring it down here. Make sure this parallel. This, right now, this is a parallel line. So you guys, horizontal they might look. To me, they are vertical lines. So this vertical line in here is going to look this way. And I'm not going to do the inside. I already know this is a box. It looks like a box. So I'm going to start erasing, disconnecting this from the vanishing point. Let me get rid of that. That looks way too hairy. The next one. I am going to put, I'm going to do one right here. Well, okay. So right now I am going to do one close to the center. I'm going to go back to this longer ruler I have right here. Whoops. And the box is going to be probably somewhere around here. Okay. I'm going to make my box right here. Okay. It's a little bit not as, see that, guys? This one's a little bit closer to me, right here to the foreground. This one's a little bit higher, so that's why it looks smaller. I try to make it look smaller. And now I'm going to put another box here, more like a rectangle. But this one is going to be, let me just do this. And the reason I'm doing this, I'm making a city, just like you guys. Except my city, I don't like that line. Let me just go this way. I want it to look like it has 2 main streets. Okay, so this one's going to go a little bit right here. It's going to be more, not a square, but a rectangle. Make sure your angles are 90 degrees, guys. Very important. You can measure it. If you have one of those rulers that can measure the sides. So you guys see this? Okay. And the reason I do this because I want some variety. Okay. Actually, you know what? I might just make this one a little bit taller. It's going to be a taller building. So, okay. But right now they're boxes. Make sure the horizontal lines are parallel to each other. Okay, do you guys see this? Okay, so now bringing it to the corners, I am going to make my boxes. There's 1, 2. You guys see this? Okay. And 3. Here comes the next one. You guys see that? Okay. The reason I'm going fast, I don't want you guys going as fast as I am, is because there's a time limit on YouTube, and I cannot make videos longer than an hour. You have to stay in frames, so that's what they told me. And so now connect. I'd rather use the transparent so you guys can see what I'm doing. Let me move this. So now I'm going to put a box on top of this one too. So I'm going to put it on this side. First I'm going to do the box so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to just, let me erase some of this. Just really, I don't know why it started irritating me. See that, guys? Put a little box up there. There you go. You guys can see that. So now I'm going to flip it upside down so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to bring it to this vanishing point. This vanishing point. Let me touch this up a bit. It's kind of, I can see it better with the transparent ruler. The red one's transparent, but color red bothers me a little bit. So now that we've done this, we're basically we're in step 3 right now. Box the bottom around step 6 and 7, which I'm not really fully done. I'm going to jump back to the red one because I want to build our roads. So let's see. It's going to be my road coming in from this side. If you go over a box, then just erase it. Don't worry about it. Okay, that's going to be my street. Good, good, good. Okay, and this will be my other street, except I want sidewalks too. Don't forget, we need sidewalks. So that's going to be my sidewalk. And the reason I'm using this red one is never say no to a free ruler, guys. Okay, so that could be definitely my sidewalk here. That looks good. So see that, guys? Okay, now we're going to turn these, start cutting them. And some of you guys need to learn how to do that too. Start doing that. So I'm going to cut it here. This one is going to come, whoops, kind of lose the sidewalk here. So I'm going to have to redo my sidewalks too. It's not long enough. So this is why sometimes I like the transparent ruler more than this. There we go. And I kind of press harder. When I do my first sketch, I go very soft. If you're planning to be an engineer or an architect, this is a big trick we do. Okay, so now I'm going to start cutting this side. Except, make sure this line's parallel. This is going to be my building here. Notice a little flaw down here, which I can still fix. There we go. I fixed it. I can leave it there. And down here, I'm going to make another building. Make sure this line's parallel to this. Oops, don't like what I did. But that's okay. I don't need that line yet. Make sure this is parallel to the top. Parallel. We already did that one city last week. Well, we're doing basically like we're driving through town. Okay. So you guys can see what we're doing. Hope you can see that. So you guys, if it looks weird, fix it. I can't be there with you guys and give you advice. Just where, thanks to COVID-19. God, I hate it. So, okay, now we're done with that. Now I'm going to do a smaller box here. And the reason I'm shrinking down the size here is because it helps create the illusion of distance too. So I'm going to make it look like there's an alleyway or another street. Can't see it because this building right here is hiding it. There we go. Okay, here's my other building. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab an eraser. No, don't go. I don't like using big erasers because you can't see what you're erasing. Okay. Oops, talking about that. Remember I said we can't see what we're erasing? And I just realized that. I almost erased this part of this building. Okay. And I'm going to come back to my vanishing point, fix this. Okay, could I put another building here? Oh, heck yeah. You can even make it taller if you want, which I'm probably going to... That's a big no-no, but let's have some fun with it. I'm going to show you how to do a... Okay, so now... Okay, bring this up here. I'm going to cut it here. I don't want that much. Looks like we're driving through Barstow or Acton. Okay, make it a little bit thinner. Okay. So you guys see that? See what we got right now? Okay, so now I'm not completely done, but I'm going to take a break from this. I want to hide my vanishing point. I might just put another something going here. Might stop it here, but I want it to line up. Whoops. So it just might be where this could be the entrance of a city. I'm going to create my mountains. Some of you guys, so I'm going to show you how I do my mountains. I have to do it this way. If not, I basically do my peaks like this. I don't go with a line. I just go flat like that. Then make another hill here. It's okay to go a little bit underneath. But I want to hide my vanishing point, and I just did. I know it's there. See that? I do my mountains, guys. I go flat. I don't draw the line because that gives me, so it makes it look like a shadow. So let's do another one. Also, you're hiding your horizon line. Okay, so oh yeah, look, we got Denver. You guys see that? Okay, now here's the trick. Here I can still do this. I'm going to pretend my light's coming from this direction. Okay, so I am going to make these shadows here. I like to blend it to this side. Okay, so I'm going to keep this one lighter, a little bit lighter than the front. Then down here. Whoops, shouldn't have done that. That's the big no-no my art teacher used to hate. She had to hunt me down. And here we go. We're hiding our horizon line. No, we don't have to add too much detail because we want these mountains to look like they're at a distance. Okay, I'm going on this side, but I'm going a little bit lighter. I want to make it look like okay, so there's going to be more light on this side. When I travel, it just landscapes change. I notice landscapes are totally different from each part of the world when I go. But when I see it through the United States, it freaks me out the most. Especially the Midwest or places like Arizona, Tucson, when I change planes. So now we have this, but we got to draw windows and doors. Let me show you the trick to windows and doors. Let me go back with the transparent ruler. So windows. All the windows going this way, just like the buildings. Okay, and the doors. I'm going to make a couple of doors. So I'm going to put the top of the door. And again, they go to the vanishing point. They have to. Okay, whoops. Now, I drew some 2 lines here, and they're coming to the vanishing point. Same thing on this side, to the vanishing point here. Is it lined up? No, it wasn't lined up. Well, that one's kind of lined up. Okay, so now windows. Same principle. Windows. Let's see, I'm going to put a couple of windows on top of here. I'm going to do this line here, a line here for windows. Whoops. I'm going to go up here like this, too, for the top. Up there for the top. I forgot this one's higher. But for windows, the door, this line has to be parallel to this line. It goes in like that. Windows. I'm going to do windows here for you guys. It'll be much easier for me on this building, I realize. Okay. So I'm going to do my door at the top. Okay, so again, there, the lines have to be parallel to these sides. Okay, guys? So when we're drawing, these lines have to always be parallel to this. Okay, to create the illusion. If not, if you cannot create the illusion, your drawing has failed. I got to fix this too right now because Okay, now I got my little door here. On this side, there's going to be shadow. Can't add too much detail because it's really small. Coming back to the windows here. So my windows are way too close to the top. So I'm going to bring them down a little bit more. So very soft line. I don't like to, I know some people press really hard. So again, this line parallel to this. This line's going to be parallel to that. Whoops. Went over the other building. But that's okay. Now bring this back. Make sure these lines. And believe it or not, engineers pull out these little rulers and they start measuring to scale. For them, it has to be perfect. Okay. And I agree with them 100%. Artists, you have to do the same thing. Engineers, architects, designers, they're all artists. Okay. So now, as you notice, I did my windows here. I'm going to grab my eraser. I'm going to erase all of it, just soften them up. And then keep my ruler by, just in case, but I will have to use my ruler. Bring it back to the vanishing points. And there are rulers. I know people who are engineers, artists themselves too. They have little holes in their rulers, and engineers do the same thing. Okay, map makers, the same thing. They have these little holes so they can move it around. They're more precise rulers than what we're using right now. Okay, there we go. So there are my windows. You guys see that? There are my windows. And that's a trick to it. If I do it on this side, it's going to happen the same way. So, sorry about that. So I'm going to do a couple of windows on this building. Actually, let's make it into a skyscraper. So you guys understand what I'm talking about. Whoops. Except I'm not going to put windows all the way down there. It's going to be like a cement. We don't want windows down there for some reason. Okay, that will work. Make sure they're parallel. Okay. Now, if you notice, again, the lines are going to the vanishing point. Just like the windows here, these lines are going to the vanishing point, and these lines are parallel to each other, to the sides. Same thing's going to happen here. So grabbing my transparent ruler, I'm going to roughly measure these to make my office space windows. I'm going to make big mistake. I did not make sure they were. There we go. That's one. That's two. And you can do the same thing here in the center. Okay. So I'm going to make my windows parallel to this. So this was a very common architecture style in the late 70s and 80s in Los Angeles and New York too. It's called the School of Chicago of Architecture. It was a retaliation towards brutalism, which became very popular in the late 60s. The United States architects wanted to retaliate towards Eastern European architecture or brutalism, which were these ugly cement buildings. They became popular in some European countries among architects, but other architects decided to, do you see this, guys? Okay, so now what I want you guys to do is design your original city. So we have the first couple of steps, and your original city should look something of a finished product like this. So this is what I did, and I'm going to go over it again before I turn it off. Again, the windows, here's the finished product. The windows are going this way. I flip my, my windows are also going from the vanishing point to here. I also did sidewalks. I did my streets. I did European style, you know, the piano keys here, like this. I'll do one here also for you guys. Here's another one. I might just put a sidewalk over here too. Here, do the same thing. Piano, 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 pedestrian walks. Okay, so again, I did my mountains. As you notice, I did my mountains, my buildings. I could flip this into a park or a parking lot, but then I use hatching and cross-hatching lines to do my shadow. My light's coming from this direction, but it is hitting, and it's probably coming towards this side, so shadow is going to be on this side. It could be on the back side too, but we want to soften it up too. We don't want it too dark. Here we go, just to make that distinction. There we go. Okay. Just to create that valley. So that's what I need you guys to do. Do some 2-block buildings here, a center building with a tower on top, and 2 blocks in the windows. And again, draw your own city here. So for R2, you have that to do. Try to get it done. That's about whenever the, you know, like I said, I might give you more time. I might give you more than the schedule I'm allowed to. So try to get that done. And if you have any questions, ring me on Google Meet tomorrow, and I'll help you out with this. I want to put it sideways so you guys can twist your head and see what the finished product looks like. Okay, guys? So again, look how the windows go this way, but all the windows, they shrink to the vanishing point. Okay, folks, we need to do that. You want to create that illusion, and that's basically it. I'm almost got 30 minutes on here. Okay, guys? So I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'm going to load up these videos on YouTube tonight, Sunday night.